जया गिरिवरदारी जया यशोदानन्दना जया व्रजगणनन्दना जया व्रजगणनन्दना जया रावणचारी जया कुंज बिहारी जया यमुना तीरावनचारी जया कुंज बिहारी जय दया बिहारी Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. हरे हरे जय राधा गोपीजन वल्लभ राधा गोपीजन वल्लभ राधा गोपीजन वल्लभ श्री राधे जय निताय पतिता पावन निताय पतिता पावन निताय पतिता पावन गौर हरि जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा जय प्रभुपदा शिव प्रभुपदा लीला प्रभुपाद की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय 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 ओम अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातां सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपदान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी ऋषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरम् Hare Krishna. We welcome you all. We will read Canto 4, Chapter 7. Through Hari Publishing, or should I do it? Okay. So we are reciting Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 7, Text 44. That's why I was feeling why I'm feeling heated because of all of you, especially you. 4744. Sorry, Prabhu, for putting you on the spot. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4, Chapter 7, Text 44. Vidyadara uju त्वयन्मायादर्थम् अभिपाद्य कलैवरस्मिन् त्वन्मायायार्थम् अभिपद्य कलेवरेस्मिन् कृत्वा माम इति दुर्मति उपथाय स्वैहे कृत्वा मामाहम् इति दुर्मति उत्पतेः स्वैहे कृत्वा मामाहम् इति दुर्मति उपतैः स्वैहे क्षिप्तोऽपि असद्विषया लालसा आत्ममोहम् क्षिप्तोऽपि असद्विषया लालसा आत्ममोहम् युष्मत् कथामृतानि शिवाकम् उद्वयुदस्येत् युष्मत् कथामृतानि शिवाकम् उद्वयुदस्येत् Anyone would like to recite? विद्याधरा ऊचुः त्वन्मायायार्थम् अभिपद्य कलेवरेऽस्मिन्
कृत्वा ममाहमिति दुर्मतिरुत्पथस्वे
कृत्वा मामाहमिति दुर्मतिरुत्पते स्वेः
क्षिप्तोपस्य स्वद्विषय लालस आत्ममोहम्
क्षिप्तोऽपि असद्विषया लालसा आत्ममोहम्
युष्मत्कथा अमृत अनिषेवक उद्वयुदस्ये
युष्मत्कथामृतादिशिवेक उद्भयोदस्येत् Anyone else? विद्याधरा ऊचुः त्वन्मायायार्थम् अभिपद्य कलेवरेऽस्मिन् धृत्वा माहममिति दुर्मतिरुपपते स्वेः क्षिप्तोऽपि असद्विषया लालसा आत्ममोहम् युष्मत्कथामृतानि शिवाक उद्युदस्येत् Mata, you want to try? विद्याधरा ऊचुः त्वन्मायायार्थमभिपद्य कलेवरेऽस्मिन् कृत्वा मोहम् इति दुर्मतिरुत्पते स्वेः क्षिप्तोऽपि असद्विषया लालसात्ममोहम् युष्मत्कथामृतानि शिवेकामुद्योतस्येत् word by word meaning Vidyadhara the Vidyadharas Uchuhu said Tvat Mayaya by your external potency Artham the human body Abhipadya after obtaining Kalevare in the body Asmin in this Kritva having misidentified Mama mine Aham I Iti thus Durmatihi the ignorant person Utpatehe by wrong roads Sway by one's own belongings Shittaha distracted Api even Asat temporary Vishaya Lalasaha having his happiness in sense objects Atma Moham illusion of the body as the self Yasmat your Katha topics Amrita nectar Nisevakaha relishing Ut from a long distance view the seed can be delivered. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The Vidyadhara said, Dear Lord, This human form of body is meant for attaining the highest perfectional objective. But impelled by your external energy, we misidentify ourselves with the body and with the material energy. Therefore, influenced by Maya, we want to become happy by material enjoyment. We are misled and always attracted by temporary illusory happiness. But our transcendental activities are so powerful that if we engage in hearing and chanting such topics, we can be delivered from illusion. Purport. The human form of life, the human form of life is called Arthada because the body can very nicely help the embodied soul to achieve the highest perfection. Prahlad Maharaj said that even though temporary, the body can give us the highest perfectional achievement. In the process of evolution from the lower to the higher grade of living, the human form of life is a great boon. But Maya is so strong that in spite of achieving this great boon of human form of life, we are influenced by temporary material happiness and we forget our goal of life. We are attracted by things which will cease to exist. The beginning of such attraction is temporary body. In this horrible condition of life, there is only one way of liberation to engage in the activities of transcendental chanting and hearing of the holy name of Supreme Lord. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. The words Yusmat Kathamrita Nave Nisevakaha means those who engage in relishing the nectar of the topics of your Lordship. There are two narratives books which specially concerning which concerns the words and activities of Krishna. Bhagavad Gita is the instruction given by Krishna, and Srimad Bhagavatam is the book containing topics exclusively about Krishna and his devotees. Those two books are the special nectar of words of Krishna. For those who engage in preaching of these two Vedic literature, it is very easy to get out of illusory conditioned life imposed upon us by Maya. The illusion is that the conditioned soul does not try to understand his spiritual identity. He is more interested in his external body, which is only a flash, which will be finished as soon as the time is designated. The whole atmosphere will change when the living entity has to transmigrate from one body to another. Under the spell of Maya, he will again be satisfied in a different atmosphere. The spell of Maya is called Avaranatmika Shakti, our Avaranatmika Shakti, because it is so strong that the living entity is satisfied in any abominable condition. Even if he is born as a worm living within the intestine or abdomen in the midst of urine and stool, still he is satisfied. This is covering influence of Maya. But the human form of life is a chance to understand. And if one misses this opportunity, he is most unfortunate. The way to get out of illusory Maya is to engage in the topics of Krishna. Lord Chaitanya advocated a process whereby everyone may remain in the present position without change, but simply hear from the proper authority sources about Krishna. Lord Chaitanya advised everyone to spread the word of Krishna. He advised all of us to become spiritual master. Your duty is simply to talk to whomever you meet of Krishna or the instruction given by Krishna. International Society of Krishna Consciousness is operating for this purpose. We do not ask anyone to first change his position and then come to us. Instead, we invite everyone to come with us and simply chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Because we know that if one simply chants and hears the topic of Krishna, one's life will change. He will see a new light and his life will be successful. Thank you so much all for joining for today's Srimad Bhagavatam. Seek all of your blessings. The moment I got out and when I see the sun, I realize my life is like full of ignorance and you all are my sunlight. So I want to seek all of your blessings so that I can come out of ignorance and speak something tangible. There is one thing which I carry from my childhood and it just somehow keeps coming in my consciousness. You see street dogs in India. Some words are actually better spoken in Hindi because they actually truly identify the position. So the gali ka kutta, he wherever he is, even if he's sitting in the corner, what kids do, they somehow, pull his tail. just trouble him, throw stones at him. So that's my position. I'm unfortunately being sworn away by the power of Maya, and I seek all of your blessings so that actually I can grow in my bhakti. The only purpose or only intention I have to speak or share some insight on Krishna consciousness, whatever I copy paste there, is to actually simply beg. Beggar is a very higher position, but in Hindi, when it is said bhikhari, that's my position. So I want to beg all of you, please pray for us. We are struggling horribly. I never understood what Krishna consciousness is all about. I never knew when I joined Krishna consciousness that I will come to this junction. Anyhow, I never came actually in Krishna consciousness to ever think about going back to God, and I want to confess. Because I'm happy in material and I don't need anything. But I'm put into a junction where I realize gali ka kutta na ghar ka na ghat ka. So I want to seek all of your blessings before I speak, especially Sham Kishore Prabhu and all the Vaishnavas here like Nishkinchan Nitai Prabhu and other devotees. So I seek all of your blessing, and like you appeared to hear Srimad Bhagavatam class, I pray that when I'm on my deathbed, you come and pray for me. Thank you so much. So with that, this is a very beautiful verse. I want to start with a very beautiful analogy or beautiful story with we can drive analogy from there. One time, a president went to visit mental asylum. He went to visit mental asylum. So when he went there, he was sitting with other mental asylum who seek your blessings. Thank you so much. You give me the words, Prabhu, to speak. Thank you so much. So when the president went to asylum, Pagal Khane in Hindi specifically to say, because it has, I somehow feel it has a more impact than the flowery words. So when he went there, he was sitting there. So one of the resident there, or one of a Pagal, what he did, the mental guy, he started pulling the shirt of a president. And then the president threw him away, And then whoever was serving the president, he said, "Do you know who is he?" So the guy asked him, saying that, "Who is he?" He said, "He's a president." So this guy started laughing. He said, "Why are you laughing?" He said, "You know why am I here? Because I was telling I am a president. That's why he brought me to mental hospital." So you are saying you are president, you are a perfect fit to be in mental hospital. So welcome to the mental hospital of this material energy called as Maya. That's where we are. You may not be mental, but at least I am. I'm struggling. Ultimately, everyone is mad. Prabhupada says this, everyone is mad, but we want to be mad for Krishna. Everyone is mad running behind Maya. Prabhupada Maharaj said a beautiful line that just touched me so hard. He said, Maya says, "Come enjoy me. Come enjoy me so that I can give you a punch on your face." If you graphically think over it, getting a punch on someone's face, it's gruesome. I'm like, I used to watch movies, but after coming to Krishna consciousness, by mistake, if you see someone is watching something and hitting, you just, "Oh yeah, okay, this is so cruel." But I was seeing that, but this is glories of Srila Prabhupada. He wrote Srimad Bhagavatam. So you see, Prabhupada is this verse actually can be spoken for days and days or months. So many aspects of material world as well as spiritual aspect of Krishna consciousness being revealed here. So his Radha Gopi Janal Bhagwan ki jai, Taipati Tapana Gaur Hari ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Power of external energy of Krishna. This is one aspect which is being mentioned here. There are two beautiful pastimes in Srimad Bhagavatam which are specifically represent this aspect. To be honest, I don't know philosophy. I only thing which I know is story, so I'll be able to tell you that thing only. So please forgive me for my limitation. You see, in Canto 11, there is a story of Markandeya Rishi. You know, he worshipped Nar Narayan Rishi, and Nar Narayan Rishi says, "We are willing to offer you a boon. Tell us what do you want. Please forgive me for any limitation or any mistakes which I may make. I'm not qualified to speak here." So Markandeya Rishi said, I want to see your Maya. So Narayan Rishi said, okay, there are multiple beautiful pastimes. I remember another one which is not quoted here, but we will not go there. That's not the only topic of today's discussion. He said, so be it. And then Narayan Rishi went for Badrikashram. So Markandeya Rishi was meditating. All of a sudden, he said, the dissolution happening. The waters are flooding the entire universe. And he was also part of it. And he was actually going with the flow of the water. And then he saw a beautiful leaf. And he saw a small infant, very beautifully effulgent coming in that. And he wanted to actually catch that, catch this little boy. The moment he went close to that, this boy inhaled, and my Markandeya Rishi went inside the body of this little boy, and he saw the beautiful universes as he saw before entering there. And when he enters there in few seconds or minutes, whatever we call it as, this boy exhaled and he came out, and all of a sudden Markandeya Rishi found him where? In his ashram. This is the power of Maya. We realized that this is Krishna. He was mesmerized. Another incident which happens is Narada Muni is walking with Krishna in the forest. And Narada Muni says, my Lord, your external energy is so powerful. I want to see it. So Krishna says, okay, let's go forward. And Krishna says, I'm thirsty. There is a lake nearby. Can you get me some water? All glories to Narada Muni. Krishna, I'm not qualified. This is not to actually speak about the lower position, but it is beautiful, exemplary conversation between the greatest devotee of Krishna and Krishna himself. So Narada Muni goes for fetching the water, and he sees a beautiful lady in the pond. And he is so mesmerized by her beauty, and he proposes her, I want to marry you. So she says, yeah, but you have to take permission from my father. So Narad Muni goes there and he says, I am so and so, and I want to get married to your daughter. He said, yeah, beautiful, but I have a condition that you have to stay in this village. He says, yeah, that's not an issue. So he stays there. One time, there is a flood coming into that village. And Narada Muni loses his wife and children. And he is yelling, crying out, Krishna, please help me. Krishna, please help me. Krishna put his hand on his shoulder. Are you sure? Are you sure she is your wife? And they are your kids. You went to fetch water for me, right? What is happening? And Narada Muni was shaken and came back, and there was nothing like that. And he realized the power of Maya. There is another story of Lord Shiva asking the same thing. We will not go there. So that is the power of Maya. Prabhupada said, I am afraid that my disciples don't have a sufficient fear of Maya. She's so powerful. Just sitting in the temple, I think about myself, she can pull him. Yugal Kishore Rose had a beautiful line actually. I was thinking you will quote the same thing yesterday, what you said many, many weeks back. When a tiger or lion wants to attack, and all animals are running in here, he points to one guy, and what he does is he somehow make this guy separate from everyone else. Now it's easier because now I have to focus on one guy, and this guy has no other people to actually guide him where to do. So Maya is like that, takes us away from devotees or who are guiding us to actually grow in bhakti, and we get distracted, you're gone. Right? So, and the other one which I was thinking about, Maya is working on the platform of this material world, especially under the three modes of material nature. So this world is like a mirage, and we think that there is an enjoyment here. Again, I have quoted multiple times, but this is the realization of my life. If I die, I'll just remember this. I used to have a wonderful Krishna conscious life back in Pune. I'm not saying it's not here, but it just materially as well as spiritually, whatever we call it as. So I used to go Before going for the job, we would chant together at my counselor's home, and then we would read Srimad Bhagavatam every day. So one day we came to this verse where we were reading, this world is a Dukhalema Shashvatam. And I told my counselor, why is Srimad Bhagavatam telling that this world is a Dukhalema Shashvatam? My job is great. My wife is great. My parents are supporting me. Financially, I'm great. Health wise, I have no issues. I have no relationship issues. I have no job issues. My job is going fantastic. How do I connect this world? I can't measure. This was 2014, I assume. Since 2015, my life has changed. Never to go back, which is nice in a certain way. His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj quotes a beautiful example about his visit to Italy. I will not elaborately go there, but this is basically a deep lesson there. So he goes there. So these devotees, it's actually a drought there in Italy, and everyone is praying. The president of the country announced, you please pray to whomever you believe God, please pray to him so that we can get out of this situation. So devotees decided we will do Harinam Sankirtan on the street. So they did Harinam Sankirtan for hours and hours and hours. So the plan was doing Harinam Sankirtan, we will go to the island and there are beautiful beaches there. We will take a bath there. So they are doing this Harinam Sankirtan morning to evening. They reached the shore saying that is this the island? To say no, we have to get onto the boat and we have to go to the other side of the this pond, and there is a beautiful island there. So again, they continue Harinam Sankirtan. By the time they reach to this island, these are beautiful beaches, crystal clear water. Sorry, yeah, crystal clear water. I would not go there where I'm thinking. So when they see that, and by this time the sun has set, and it's a beautiful full moon day, and all of a sudden, after this so much of heat, the nice breeze is going on. And devotees are, wow, this is such a perfect situation to be in. So they are about to enter to the pond. They enter and the water is not hot, but beautiful, perfect temperature. And they are like so happy after hours of Sankirtan that, finally, so much of heat, finally we experience some kind of happiness from this water and they are enjoying. All of a sudden, some devotees started making noise. They started making the noise. And and then someone said, in the Italian language, jellyfish, jellyfish. And Radhanath Maharaj, he was like, what is that? Madusa, Madusa. He didn't know what. So by the time someone said Maharaj also suddenly he came out of that. So now these devotees who are being bit by the jellyfish, I don't know how many of us experienced that. I did once in Australia. It's very painful. So I have no idea what is happening because you're just dealing with the unknown for first time in life. So devotees were being pinched by or being pricked by this jellyfish, but they don't want to come out. This is so nice. The water is so nice. But somehow they managed. They realized, man, this is just too much. So these devotees were getting out. And some devotees realize, how to get away with that, that you have to spill urine on that place where so devotees are going in the corner, whatever has to be done. Some devotees are saying, oh, this is muchi, muchi. Forget about it. The pain is so much. I want to do something about it. And while these devotees are coming, there are few devotees. These devotees are coming out. There are few devotees. I'm just coming there. And they are saying, oh, this is such a beautiful moon. This is such a beautiful water. This is such a beautiful atmosphere. Let me enter. No, 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 Madusa, Madusa. No, 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 Madusa will not touch us. We want, this is so enticing. We want to get there. This is the example of old crows and new crows. Prabhupada gives an example about that. After enjoying so much, they will like fed up with the new crow. Oh, this is so great. I want to get there. But without realizing what is coming on their way. Maharaj says a beautiful line which is connected to the point. He says, below the surface of every pleasure, again, below the surface of every pleasure is a jellyfish. We think everything is so perfect in this material world, but these jellyfishes are waiting for us to come. You want to enjoy, come enjoy me. Come enjoy me. I'll give you a punch on your face. Ashish Radha Gopijana Bhagwan ki jai. So When we indulge in such experiences or we think this material world is great, we forget about the goal of life. We forget the goal of our life. Like the Google Maps keep helping us saying that, oh, this is not the place you want to go to. But no, I don't want to go there. I want to take a detour. Remembering those principles of Krishna consciousness or whatever experience we go through is very important. Again, it's so mesmerized by presence of His Grace Shubha Vilas Prabhu and His Holiness Rompal Maharaj, just been contemplating on what they spoke. His Grace Shubha Vilas Prabhu actually spoke about the example of Uttanka. And we all knew that story. I don't want to get there. When Uttanka, Uttanaka. So he remembered everything in whatever his spiritual master said, and he actually went down the route. If just to give a context, he was living in his spiritual master's house for 100 years. Every year, the time come for pass out, the spiritual master says, "No, you stay here." Finally, he requested, "अरे यार 100 साल हो गए जाने दो अभी मुझे." So he said, "Okay, you go." But his wife, no, this is a nice guy. I don't want to let him go. He's so nicely serving. So she put a condition that you get the earrings of Queen Zanina. And then he embarks on that journey and then reaches there and then finally gets. And he feels, oh, is it easy? Indra test him on the way in the form of a bull, or sitting on the bull. He says, you drink the urine and stool of this bull. And he gets out from there, he moves forward, and then finally gets this earring. And then, he can't see the queen. And then the king asks, did you do something which you shouldn't be doing? Oh, yeah, I didn't take a bath before Gayatri. Took a bath, took a Gayatri, and then came. And he saw the queen, and queen said, these earrings are very special. There are a lot of devtas running behind us, so be very careful. He's about to reach, this is an important aspect, about to reach to the ashram. He says, I'm any out there. I was supposed to be before the sunset. So I'm there. Let me take a bath in this pond. And there is a Naga Baba comes in, shakes his clothes, takes the earring, shows him, and starts running. He goes behind, he enters into the hole. Finally, Uttanka also gets an appointment to go to the lower planet. And then the fire is created. He gets the earring back and comes back to the teacher at the right, and she's about to curse him. Because she said, if you don't bring this earrings, I'll curse you to die. So he gets that. And now this Uttanka becomes a great sage, and he is living in the deserted area. And one time, Lord Krishna was so happy with him, and he offered him a boon, whatever you need. Whenever you need me, you call me, I'll provide. So all of a sudden, he feels very thirsty. He feels very thirsty. And when he is feeling thirsty, he prays to Krishna, can you get me water? So there is an ugly guy comes in, and very, very dilapidated Kamundala, he brings the water. He says, water. And Uttanka sees the external of this person. Uttanka sees the externals of this person. I don't want to drink this water. I don't want to drink this water. This person transforms into the body of Lord Indra. He said, I tested you multiple times. As long as you were connected to your spiritual master, you remember the principles, you crossed over all the difficulties in your life. But now, when the time came to realize I'm the same Indra, I was about to give you the water. Krishna told me, give the water. But I said, let me try last time. Prabhu said a beautiful line yesterday. The anarthas, when they are about to leave, one time they attack to see. And if you are distracted, that's my position, unfortunately. They will come back. Oh, I'm coming back here. At the time, he forgot that principle of remembering Guru. And again, Krishna comes, he says, oh, what have you sent? Krishna said, actually, I sent you Indra. He personally came to give you the immortal, the water of immortality. You can drink and you will never feel. Oh, 901, actually, story, I didn't reach there. So, anyway, so finally he realizes fading, moving away from the principle. We also see the example of Avanti Brahman. We also see an example of Indraji become cursed to become a pig, and he feels, oh, I don't want to leave. This is such a great position. So Prabhupada brings that story. But there are two stories which I actually wanted to speak about today, especially about the second aspect of the purport, taking the shelter of Krishna, taking the shelter of the holy name. So these are the stories. Again, I have no qualification. This is the simple copy paste. There are two beautiful stories being mentioned in Germany, Bharat. So there is a story of Sudanva and Hamsadwaja. So this is happening just after the Mahabharat. Ashwamedh Yajna is about to happen, and then the horse is sent. And Yudhishthira sends all the four Pandavas, saying that you go, make sure anybody wants to fight, to take care of that. We physically want to do this Ashwamedh Yajna. So the horse actually entered the city of Champa. And the king there, when he sees the horse, he becomes very happy. And and he gets to know, oh, this is Yudhishthira's horse. That's why he's happy. So he was on his tail end of his life. He said, the purpose of life is to remember Krishna when I leave. This is a perfect opportunity. What I'll do is I'll keep the horse with me, and then the Pandavas will attack. We will defeat them so that somehow we will put them into the position so that Krishna comes in, because Krishna will never leave them. And that way I'll leave my body in front of Krishna and I'll attain perfection. Beautiful thought process. So he hold the horse, and then he invited all the young people, because this has to be a massive fight. Oh, this is talking about Mahabharata. So many soldiers are defeated. So the potency or the impact is huge. So now he arranges every youngster should join this army, and we should fight. If you join, you will attain the perfection of your life. You see, I was hearing my spiritual master this morning. He gave a Srimad Bhagavatam class just recent yesterday. Was talking about when the opposite side of the army, when they were seeing the beautiful form of Krishna, they attained perfection. People who actually, anyway, I'll not go there. So coming back to the story, so all the youngsters joined. Now they are prepared for the massive fight. But king put a rule: anyone who joins late for the war, I will put him in a heated oil, in a big vessel with the steaming hot oil. You can imagine what happens there, right? So everyone joins. We are ready for the fight. So the son of King Hamsadwaja, his name is Sudanva. Sudanva goes and takes the blessing of his mother. Mother says, perfect. Even if you die, you will perfect your life. Go. So everyone is blessing, but his wife, अरे नहीं यार मुझे छोड़ के मत जाओ, what will happen to me and all that stuff. The Sudanva said, hey, I'm going to attain the perfection. No, I have, please fulfill my one desire. What is that? I want a son. अरे जाने का है अभी, I'm getting late. What is this desire? Please fulfill me. I want a son. So now this guy is thinking, and he said, okay. So he stays with his wife for some period of time. And then after satisfying her, he goes to the war. By this time, the war is at a full-fledged speed. So the king asked him, where were you? He said, before he started speaking that, my wife, he said, nothing doing. He asked the soldiers, take him, put him in the seated oil. अरे ये क्या हो गया? He started realizing when he's about to put into the heated, burning oil of a big vessel, he realized, man, nobody in this world understands me. My wife, she didn't understand what is the precarious condition of my life. She wants, कह रहे मेरे को बच्चा चाहिए. Then my father, finally I'm explaining him why I'm late and I have a genuine reason. He doesn't want to listen. So there is only one person who is a real friend, is Krishna. Let me take shelter of Krishna. So he started crying, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti, Hey Krishna, Hey Yadava, Hey Saketi, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So he started crying with the intense devotion, calling out Krishna's name. They threw him in the oil. There's a big vessel. So they were hearing, the soldiers outside hearing his intense prayers. They were thinking they will fade down, or they will be more intense by the time. But they became sweeter and sweeter and sweeter. They were like, what's happening here? So they saw, let's peep and see what's happening here. This guy is swimming in the oil. So, and beautifully chanting the name of Krishna. And they said, oh, maybe the oil is not up. They threw the coconut. We see coconut here coming up. Bursted. This oil is so hot. How is this guy doing? They realize he's not an ordinary person. He got a mercy of Krishna. Let us pull him out. They pull him out, take him to the father, and father realized, अरे जिस चीज के लिए मैं आया ये मेरे बच्चे ने ले लिया. He got the mercy already. Wow, what a fortunate person is that. He said, let's prepare for the fight. He invites, said, one person, whoever wants to come for the fight from Pandavas, you come. There are different people. I will not go to the detail because I want to cover the second pastime as well. It was just very beautiful, very beautiful. So this guy fights. He defeats everyone. Everyone on the Pandava side. Finally, Arjuna comes. When Arjuna comes, this guy throws the arrows at such a fast speed, Arjuna is not able to counter it. Within few minutes, he killed his chariot driver also. Now Arjuna is holding a rein in his in hand and he's not able to fight. Magically, Krishna appears immediately there as a chariot driver of Krishna. And this guy, when he sees Krishna, so then wow, are finally I get to see my Lord of the Lord. अरे जिसके लिए मैं प्रार्थना कर रहा था, finally I get to see him. And he is so mesmerized by the beauty of Krishna. सामान रख दिया सब नीचे उतर के he bowed down. अरे my Lord, what a perfection of life. I get to see you face to face. What a fortune. And then he realized what is his position. So he went back to the chariot. Now Arjuna, come and fight and see. Started shooting the arrows. Arjuna is bewildered. What is happening? Krishna is so impressed. The moment he throws the arrow, he actually is thrown away 500 yards behind. Hare Krishna remembers जब ये karna arrow throw करा था, chariot went 100 yards. This is so powerful. Krishna is so happy seeing the majesty of this hero. And then Krishna realizes this is getting difficult, so he empowers Arjuna's arrow, and Arjuna throws his arrow. His head is chopped, head is rolling. Of whose? Sudanva. Comes to the feet of Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna picks up that head, looks into eyes of Sudanva. Immediately the soul coming out of Sudanva enters into the mouth of Krishna, and everyone sees it. The father is Hamsadwaj. Are kya fortune. What my son, what you achieved is so great. And Krishna throws the head, disappears in the air. So he enters and the Hamsadwaj surrenders. Wow. And he attains the perfection of his life as well. Ultimately, when we chant the name of Krishna, we have to do it with that intensity when Krishna comes. We were talking about Draupadi's example. Or when she called, Krishna came from there. Beautiful. There is a second story. So this horse is saved now. He goes to ahead. So he comes to another city, which is just after the kingdom of Manipur. The horse enters there, and interestingly, there is another Ashwamedhana Yagya horse. And Pandavas are bewildered. At a time, in this world, only one Ashwamedhana Yagya could happen. There are two horses. And these horses realize, Are, hum log enemy, and they started fighting. So Pandavas ran after them. Are, ye band karo. Tamradhwaj, who was the king there, he saw those horses. And he read, Are, Yudhishthir ka horse. Which means Arjuna has to be around somewhere here. He takes both these horses and take them to his side. And then prepare for the fight. He prepares for the fight. Pandavas came, they see a massive army like an ocean. अरे अभी तो ये खत्म कर गया है, दूसरा क्या है? What is happening here? Tamradhwaj is prepared to fight. He defeats everyone. He reached to an extent, he actually defeats even Krishna along with Arjuna. They both faint there. What is happening here? Comes back to his father, who was doing a yajna at that time. His father is Mayurdhwaj. The story comes from Yugal Kishore Rose. I have no contribution here, just sharing that because we performed a drama on this. This is such a beautiful pastime. So he comes to his father, my dear father, with the pride, he said, I've defeated Krishna and Arjuna. Mayurdhwaj, when he hears that, he puts his hand on the head. Are kya kar di? He was thinking, Are mere ko He is going to pat on my back. Ole, Hare, the Almighty Lord and is the best devotee whom we are always remembering. तुम बोल रहे हो उनको हराया हमने. Anyway, so he realized, अरे गलती हो गया मेरे से. So he realized that. And then he is in that position. In the meantime, Krishna and Arjuna wakes up. And Arjuna is in a very, very morose situation. अरे क्या ये कार में आया मेरे सबको हरा दिया मेरे को छोड़ो आपको भी कर दिया. Krishna said, there is a purpose for which I brought you here. There is a purpose because of which the horse is here. Let's go to the palace of Mayurdhwaj. They come on the way. They take the form of Brahmana. They enter. When they enter to the city of Mayurdhwaj, it was beautiful. Every person in a citizen is having Krishna Katha. They are glorifying Krishna. Arjuna is, even Hastinapur, I haven't seen people like everyone chanting the name of Krishna and doing Krishna Katha. Wow. Which means the king of this place has to be an extremely high class devotee. जय श्री श्री राधा गोपी जन वल्लभ भगवान की जय नताय पतित पावन गौर हरि की जय पाद की. So they enter there and Mayurdhwaj welcomes them. And he asks, what can I serve you? So this Brahmana, there were elderly Brahmana, there is younger Brahmana. So elderly Brahmana is Krishna. So elderly Brahmana said, I was coming here to actually I was coming and traveling to get my son married to a daughter of a Brahmana. So I brought this person and then I came here and on the way there was a tiger who actually took my son. And I asked him, please give me my son back. And this tiger, and I started reciting Narsimha mantra. Rather than being fearful, this guy actually spoke in the voice of a human. He said, nothing doing, you will not get your son back. And again I asked him, and he started quoting verses that the ferocious animal attack on the people only when their karma is, when their time has come. So I'm just doing whatever is based on your son's, this thing is there, that's what I'm doing. Brahmana, please, this is my only son, please help me. So the lion said to me, this is elderly Brahmana, was actually Krishna telling to Mayurdhwaj. The lion said, if you can get me half of the body of King Mayurdhwaj, half of the body of Mayurdhwaj, I will give your son back. Everyone is bewildered in the kingdom. What is he asking? Mayurdhwaj said, take my, why are you talking about half of the body? Take my whole body. By the time he is mentioning, the wife comes. Wife is considered as the half of the body of the husband. You take me. He said, hold on. Lion put another condition. I want the left half of, I don't want the left heart of the left half of the body of Mayurdhwaj. I want the right side because wife is considered to be the left half of the husband, which means I don't want the wife. Everyone is, this is an intense situation. Just think about what is happening here. Then his son came up, Tamradhwaj. He said, you take me. Son is considered to be the body of husband, of father. You take my body. He said, wait. Lion put a third condition. The body of Mayurdhwaj should be cut by the son of Mayurdhwaj. Everyone is just, what is happening? They are completely bewildered. At that time, Mayurdhwaj says, let's do this right now. So he brings the knife or whatever is needed to cut his body, gives Tamradhwaj. Arjuna is watching all this. My Lord, what are you doing? This is the compassionate heart of a pure devotee, right? And then it was about, Tamradhwaj is about to cut. At the time, elderly Brahma says, wait. This offering cannot be accepted. Mayurdhwaj said, why, my Lord? What happened? What did I do wrong? I see there are tears coming from your eyes. When the charity is given grudgingly, the charity doesn't fulfill the consumer. I don't want to take this charity. Mayur says, wait, my lord. You see, the tears are coming from my left ear eye, not the right eye. Because my left eye is crying, my body is not used for Krishna. My body is not used in charity. What a great fortune. Right body has. I wish I also have the left hand side is thinking. And elderly Brahma says, yeah, yeah, such way the left eye is, tears are coming from the left eye rather than the right eye. And Dhamradhwaj, Mayurdhwaj said, please start cutting. Now, by this, of course, Krishna's heart is so soft. Krishna couldn't withhold his form. Like when Srimati Radharani came in the forest, Vishnu could not hold the Vishnu form because Krishna is attached to his devotees. And seeing the position of Mayurdhwaj and Dhamradhwaj, he appeared in his original form. And he told Arjuna, by this time, Arjuna is realizing this is very beautiful. Is this is said? What is Mayur Dhwaj is thinking? That's when Krishna understood who this person was. Krishna couldn't hold his form anymore and showed his original blue complexion form. Mayur Dhwaj surrendered to Krishna, but that time Arjuna understood what it means to be a devotee of Krishna. Such a such a beautiful, mesmerized pastime. You see, Uddhava is sent by Krishna. Are you console the gopis? Uddhava was thinking, Are मैं जाके उनको console कर I'm sleeping with Krishna all the time. By the time he realizes, Are whom I'm dealing with? अरे मेरे को ग्रास बनने का है. I don't want to. They are so great. Are I don't want to take up this position. Better to be like a grass where gopis can put their feet near Kusum Sarovar. What is my significance? What is the significance of my life? Uddhava is thinking how great they are. Arjuna, you're thinking, what a class of devotee he is. And he realized, I'm so far, far away from any sort of devotion in my life. Krishna told Arjuna, look at this. This is the kind of devotee I came all the way from. This is the time when Bhishma Stuti is going on. It's about to come when Bhishma leaves, Krishna changes his plan. He's going to Dwarka. Yudhishthira Maharaj says, Are itne sare logon ko mara. It's all because of me. Are hold on. You be ready. Let's go. Where? Bhishma. Because he is waiting. He has Ichha Mrityu. Maharaj was mentioning so beautiful. He can leave at any time. I want to leave when Krishna appears in front of my eyes. And I sing, Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. And I sing and I leave my body remembering Krishna. That is the beautiful meditation we should leave today with. There is insurmountable ocean of spiritual ecstasies which are awaiting on our path. The more we intensify our devotion, at least I'm struggling, I need all of your blessings. I come here, ek bhikhari ki tarah, I beg. This is the crux. This is the real treasure we want to attain to. I was just reading Chaitanya Charitamrita. This is a chapter which is a whole 10th canto summarized in one chapter, and especially few verses when Lord Chaitanya is actually pulling the cart, Ratha Yatra. At the time, King Pratap Rudra is there. Are so many dimensions, so many dimensions. And Swarup Damodar starts singing the Gopi Geet. He started reciting those verses only Lord Chaitanya and Rupa Goswami can understand. He is in ecstasy. And King Prataparudra, who hasn't got the mercy, he actually did, but in a different way by his son. Or he is the only one, very few devotees see Lord Chaitanya in all 8 circles. And Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya are so happy getting his mercy, and he goes there into the gardens there near Gundicha temple, about before little bit before Gundicha temple. And he goes in a Vaishnava dress and starts reciting Gopi Geet. Lord Chaitanya is whatever you want, I'll give. And he doesn't even ask who are you. He's the same person whom Lord Chaitanya is avoiding. He's a Paramatma and everybody's and he knows it. But this is a crux, this is the summum bonum. What are the ecstasies they are experiencing? I want to end with this beautiful pastime which as old as Rompal Maharaj shared. Srila Prabhupada one time was sitting on a Vyasasana about to begin the class. He closed the eyes after Jayarada Madhav. Everybody is sitting. Prabhupada has closed his eyes. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Prabhupada's body is moving. He went to an ecstasy. All the devotees saw that. So there was, I think, Pradyumna who was actually started playing Mridanga. Prabhupada was still in his ecstasy. Prabhupada realized, he came into his external consciousness, just stood up from there and went back to his room. I was like, what an experience it must be. Just being in this material, for Prabhupada, it's not a material body, but imagine a position, just having that material body and seeing the beautiful form of Radha Gopijana Vallabha. One fine day, one devotee, this is another thing which I want to share. There was one devotee who actually left his body. He was killed or murdered, whatever, for XYZ reason. So Prabhupada came there. Prabhupada said, devotee never dies. Devotees were bewildered. Devotee, he got killed. So they dared to ask Prabhupada, Prabhupada, you said, devotees don't die. This has happened. Prabhupada said, for devotees, it's not a death. Like you sleep. Yes, this is a crux, I'll tell you. When you sleep, when you open your eyes, you are in Golok Vrindavan. Wow. This is mentioned by one of the disciples of Srila Prabhupada in Srila Prabhupada memories. What are we waiting for? That day, not afraid of death, not afraid of, I'm going to lose something, I'm going to attain something which is so beautiful, which is so beautiful. And what is a process for that? It's a long way to go for me. When you go there, please pray for me. The purpose of Krishna consciousness, again, I'm very, very far. It's not that I'm speaking, which means I realize that's the Prabhu says a beautiful line. When Krishna wants to speak through you, he wants to speak to you. So he's speaking to me. We want to perfect our life. Follow this process sincerely. There is a beautiful world of Krishna consciousness awaiting for us. We come together, dance and chant. Can you imagine seeing Lord Chaitanya and his ecstasies? Krishna and Radharani both combined. What a fortune. So by following the footsteps of King Prataparudra with patience and perseverance, we want to practice our devotional service, begging at the feet of all the devotees. We attain that perfect life. With that, I would like to end here. Please forgive me, I don't have any qualification. This is not my adhikar to speak such dimension, but I was just highly touched by this purport. And then when I heard this pastime, I actually performed in the drama as one of the actors, but didn't realize the intensity of that unless I heard from a pure devotee. So with that, we would like to end here. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Prabhu, would you like to add something? He went to great ecstasies actually. He just came out and he just went to his room. That was the end of the class. Yeah. Prabhupada Maharaj was mentioning it. Atlanta also. When he said the Thai Gaurang is here also, I went to Mexico, Caracas. Beautiful. Yes, Prabhu. Yeah, very beautiful. Yes, Prabhu. Thank you. Wonderful. Any comments, any reflection you would like to add? Anyone here? What will I speak, Prabhu, in front of? If there are no questions or comments, anyone online here would like to add something? Reflections? You will tell me, Prabhu, what will I tell? Yugal Kishore Prabhu is asking how to maintain that mood all the time. You have to tell Prabhu the answer. What would I tell? I have just theoretical understanding. What's that point, Prabhu? I feel Prabhu was mentioning, I think you were also mentioning, unless we realize we are nothing, unless we realize we are so vulnerable to Maya, unless we realize, are by Krishna's grace, I'll tell you this thing. Before Nain Sundari was leaving, and this is few days back, she said, I can't make it. And I said, I will not let you go. I will do left and right, but I will never let you go. We will make it again. I want to confess. I said, we will make it again. I will not let you go. Didn't realize, like a moth trying to fight against the great fire, it's going to burn. Who am I? I just realized. And when Krishna took over, when Guru took over, when you took over, I realized, wow, this is the world we want. I'll tell you, this is my real. I don't know how it happened. I can't understand that. It's beyond my this thing. But I started living her life. One day, I was actually living in Toronto. I felt I can't breathe. I felt I can't put my feet on the floor. I can't. And I was asking myself, no, this is not happening to you. No, it is happening to me. Power of attachment, maybe. I don't understand the deeper philosophy behind that. So the realization which I had, even if a thorn pricks in our feet, how many of us can chant the name of Krishna intensely? I was just thinking about it. Are doesn't happen. Stomach upset. Are you can't chant the name of Krishna. Shh. No, I haven't been on ventilator and I haven't been in a situation, but somehow I was experiencing what she's going through. Are उस position में she is folding the hands and offering prayer. Wow. Small incidents in our life. I just keep was thinking yesterday. We went for an IELTS test. Materially thing. I want to pass this English test to go to Canada, which is such a mess to be in. Anyway. So one of the exercises, you have to basically do a question and answer with the teacher, whoever is there, who is taking the exam. She started talking about journey with him. She started talking about journey home to this person. Are मुझे कुछ नहीं पता है. Only thing which I know is she started quoting His Holiness, her spiritual master, His Holiness Radhanand Maharaj. The things, the nature is that people should be loved and things should be used. But we do exactly opposite. We love things and we use people. Are that teacher? Can you elaborate more on that? Whole 15 minutes just went on this line. In that score, she scored 8.5 or 9 out of 9. Alright. This is the point which I want to mention. This is living in the world but off the world. Living whatever our regular duties are, but remembering Krishna, taking it as a devotional service. I was just thinking about that yesterday. I was actually laughing at her and I was just sharing at that time, didn't realize what is next to come in the future. But when I contemplate on these things one time, you see this beautiful form of Radha Gopi Jana Vallabha today, we didn't get the visa. And we went for applying for visitor visa and I goofed up. I just have a mentality of, saving money. So I didn't take the new picture of kids. I'm like, I use the old one. How are they going to recognize? I think I'm a smart guy. That's why I struggle in this material world. So they rejected. They said send a new photo. So I got my passport back. Nayan Sundari got the passport back, but kids didn't get. So we wanted to come for Sunday feast. Passport के बगैर तो नहीं आ सकते हैं. So now who can go? मैं बोला मैं नहीं जाऊँगा. She said, oh, you kids said you should go. to pray for us. So I came after months of not saying Shri Radha Gopi Janwallam. I came here. When I entered the garage back in Windsor, they opened the door doing Kirtan. Mukunda is playing, Mukunda is playing Mridanga, Nayan Sundari is playing Khartal, and they are singing Kirtan loudly. I'm like ashamed of that. Why this is that? Why is it? Only because you went to Radha Gopijan or Lava, you are as good as, you're taking darshan. We are attaining their darshan by your presence. अरे इधर कुत्ता है उसको क्या देगा तुमको? That is the consciousness we want to be in. Like wow. You were mentioning I was doing actually dressing when you mentioned she did everything has to be done to attain the perfection. And I was reflecting on these small, small, apparently like incident. What are that's the consciousness. So every moment is a special moment as long as we realize how to take shelter of Krishna. And when we do that, आप ही ने बोला था कल प्रभु, beautiful point. We can't push them, but when they realize, that this guy is sincere, I would, sorry to say that, but I want to share this. Why I beg? Because I realize Krishna would say, who is this rascal? अरे 1000 लोग 100 लोग प्रार्थना कर रहे, देखने तो लोग कौन है ये नालायक? That is the importance of devotee. We can't qualify to climb even Himalayan mountain, want to talk about something so higher. But all of you can do it for me, pray for me, and all of us do it for each other, pray for each other to actually gain there. That's the perfection of Krishna consciousness, I feel. Sorry, bro, it's all theoretical. Whatever I could share, I added there. Sorry, bro. Remember the example of Narada Muni here. Sorry, this is one aspect. What is the difference between swimming in a swimming pool and swimming into Michigan Lake? Huge, huge. Can I say I'll cross over? मैं ocean की तो बात ही नहीं कर रहा हूँ, Michigan Lake. The challenges, the problems, we have to cross over swimming, and Garastha life is way more than we can think about. I'm not deeming your value, please forgive me. I'm trying to bring in the concept of distractions are more that side. For a tiger, when he is hungry, please forgive me about quoting this verse, when he is hungry, to let this person, जो उसका, like wants to eat, impossible. For a tiger to eat his prey when he is hungry is impossible. He can't control himself because distractions are so much. This is Pingala or Avanti Brahman. Sorry, I was about to quote, but I read both of them yesterday. They say the money. अरे एक point पे so many verses describing एक चीज से what else comes in together. अरे काम क्रोध लोभ मोह मत्सर, everything comes with just one entity. So when you all are so fortunate that you have only shelter of Krishna, अरे और कुछ नहीं है. If Krishna gives, I'll take. If doesn't give, that's that really when Krishna is quoting this 11 gurus or 12 gurus or 24 gurus. And one of that example, he talks about that, about honeybee and bumblebee, the difference, what is a honeybee, and he quotes that example. And you are एक बार आपने न्यू वृंदावन का कोट किया था कि आपने देखा कि they were collecting and they were ready to die, leaving everything behind. That is a problem in Grasta life. Accumulation, and when it is there, I need more, I need more. Unless one is completely surrendered to the Guru, very difficult, bro. For me, I still struggle. My wife used to say, अरे तेरे आंखों में light आ जाती है when you see the salary. And I remember every salary when I receive and I check my account. She said that. Then what am I going to do? We were there, Asika Bhuvi Prabhu, Advait Prana Prabhu, and myself, we were sitting there. I just want to share this last, 9:37, please forgive me. We were just discussing कि मेरे पास अगर इतना पैसा होएगा ना, I'll retire. I don't want to quote the amount. I don't want to quote who said. We were discussing. Prabhu, I'm ready to retire. I am much more than you can imagine, or much more than I. क्या करूँगा उससे? At the end of the day, मुझे क्या चाहिए? 2 चपाती, उसके लिए भी digestion नहीं चलता है. What am I going to do with this money? This is an unfortunate situation. That's what Prabhu was mentioning in the purport. Okay, when we get a newer body, we get accustomed to that. Ah, this is perfect for me. Maybe I'll tell you one thing. When I'm going through this, I sometimes feel I want to run away. Sorry, I'm confessing again. I want to run away. कुछ तो होएगा. Anything can fill that gap. I want to run away. And Parama, where will you run, dude? Where will you run? You can't escape. You are an escapist all the time. So the point is that we feel, अरे मिशिगन में कोल्ड है, फ्लोरिडा जाऊंगा तो मैं escape करूंगा, मस्त होएगा उधर. If right now I'm struggling with $5,000 salary, मेरे पास 15,000 होएगा ना, मस्त होएगा. अरे there are different challenges awaiting there. We can't escape. This material world is there to give us purification. किसी भी बॉडी में रहेंगे, किसी भी आश्रम में होंगे, we have to struggle. Thank you so much. Please forgive me, Prabhu, going over time. Thank you so much. Shila Prabhupada ki jai. Samaveda Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Please pray for us. Thank you.